Hey, how's it going, everybody? Just want to give you a quick market update, and I just want to let you know I recorded a video a couple days ago that I forgot to upload, and some of the prices that I listed in there are down even more now, so the prices are even better, but some are up a little more. I did say in the video that I'm going to show you guys that if we did go down, we would go down to around the level that we are now, or not where we are, but where we went, and we will recover from here. I feel like we're doing pretty well as far as like bounce and showing like a pattern here where it's not really dropping any lower now. But here in my video when I called this, I had said that I thought this was it right here, and that we would just keep doing this, and it kind of did do it for a day, and then it dumped off, boom, and it went all the way down to $62,697, and then it bounced, and now we're back up to almost 66,000. So I think that we're going to be doing pretty well. And when I made that video a couple days ago, we were at the we were at like 75 on the Fear and Greed Index. This is really more like where I like to see to make buys, man. And you can really see that the market has heated back up. If we go and look, over the last 24 hours, look at this. All these coins are really, there's not much red. I mean, this is the last hour. Who cares about that? You're going to have that happen up and down in hours, hours time. Anything can happen. But when you see these nice numbers over 24 hours, over the top 100, it's really nice, especially when you consider, like I said, when you get into the lower market cap coins, that, they move a lot faster. I mean, it's pretty wild. I mean, look at this. What is this right here? We got 86%. And the market cap, look at that. See, it's tiny. And just today alone, it went up 86%. And that's just a sign of the market right there. Like I said before, when you see meme coins blowing up, again, that's generally when I think that you can bet that the dip is over. So yeah, I think you guys should just take a look at the video that I'm going to post right after this, and I hope you enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed your weekend, and enjoy the video. Have a good one, guys. Good evening, everybody. I'm just going to try to make this a quick update video for you guys because we just had a crash sale on Bitcoin. But as you can see, the market is not as fearful as I would like at 75 on the Fear and Greed Index, but because of the flash sale that I'm calling it, that many people call this, is because Bitcoin bounced, and I'm going to show you some data real quick. Looks like we have consistent data on the bounce at $65,000 right in here, on this green line, the 618. And if you look, it bounced here, right, and back here, it bounced here, and we have a bounce here and a bounce here. So like, if you look at consistent data that shows that it's called support, right now we have this support at the 618 line. It seems, in my personal opinion, that it may just keep bouncing off of that, and that may be our interim low until we break structure of this 618 line. If we end up going lower, then we will have support here, because we have had that a few times as well. But if not, we have a complete breakdown after that, down into the mid 50s, down to 50,000. But like I said, I think that is highly unlikely at this point, and that we will keep in this structure in this area. The other thing to note, that we have the Bitcoin halving coming up in 7 days. So because of that, that's another bullish thing for me. And if you go look at previous bull cycles, what happens is in this time, it kind of just like I said, it just hangs out. But we have had a very aggressive, vicious cycle so far. So I anticipate that we're going to recover from this pretty quickly and pretty vigorously. I think it's going to be an insane run up after this, coming into the halving. I'm not sure when it's going to start, but it's probably going to start soon. Also, with the SEC and Bitcoin case going in the SEC and Coinbase case, Coinbase is winning that right now, and I think we have a future Ethereum ETF coming, and it also has had a pretty down 30 days, I think now is a perfect time to get into Ethereum because of the ETF news that I think is spreading. And on top of that, it's down 19% over the last 30 days. All right, so we're going to get to the next one. Render. I've been telling you guys about this token pretty much in every one of my videos because I believe in it. And now it's down 25% on 14 days. Pretty much that's the bulk of it over the last 30 days because it's down 26.9%. Over the last 30 days. So this one is also a really good buy right now. I told you guys about this one in my last video, Toncoin. This is the Telegram token, and this is overtaken Cardano in the market cap. It's in the top 10 now, actually. As you see right here, number 10. And I think this one's going to keep running, and it's down right now only 7%. It's recovered 2% in the last hour. Because Bitcoin has actually recovered back up from the $65,000 up to 68, almost 69,000. All right, next one is Node AI. Let's take a look at that one. This one's a good buy. It's a new project, just kind of like Render, and it's down, 15% almost in the last 7 days, and it had a really heavy run going before the Bitcoin dip happened here. So this is another one that I think will recover pretty quickly, and you'll gain this really fast back here. Kosh Network is 26% down in 14 days and 35.4% over the last 30 days. This one's had a really good run pre-halving, and it does have a pretty decent all-time high of $8.07. So if you're buying here almost $4, $3.85, I think you're at a pretty good advantage to get some gains on that. Next one, Gala Games down 20% today almost. 18.8, it's just a little update for you. 34.9% over the last 30 days. You're going to see this consistent heavy red because of today's dip. I mean, this is all compiling. Look, over the last 14 days, it's 26%. Bitcoin has not been performing well over the last 30 days, so all of these other coins, they're going to perform even worse than Bitcoin. Statistically, that's how that works. So you shouldn't be scared by seeing this. You should be like, wow, that's on sale. I should buy this now. Sui. I told you guys about this one in the last couple videos, and I think this one's going to be a really, really, really good buy over the next couple days. And I think right now it's probably going to be at its lowest because, again, you see these are starting to recover now that Bitcoin is recovering. So I think, look, bang, it's up another couple pennies there. So go ahead and take a look at Sui. We have a Sui swap. This one ran like crazy over the last week until we had our crash. I mean, if you look, boom, it went up, and then now it's tanking because Bitcoin is not performing well. Once Sui starts getting more transactions, when this price starts going up, this price goes up even crazier because every time there's a transaction, this goes up. So take a look at that Sui swap. All right, Aptos is kind of just like Sui. That is also down almost 20% today. And then if you look over the last 30 days, it's down 24% and 41% over the last 2 weeks. So, this one is probably going to be at its lowest it's ever going to be for a while. And I think this one is a terrific buy at the moment. Fetch AI is down quite a bit from its all-time high. It's $3.45. And again, this is having a merger soon, which should make this price skyrocket. It's going to start at $2.80 with a $7 billion market cap, but I think it's going to go way higher than that. Next one we got is Solana. This one is down quite a bit from where it's been over the last couple months. It's 20% over the last 14 days. They had a network outage, and I'm not sure if that's still really what's holding them back here from continuing, but the Bitcoin dip today did not help them. Normally, the Bitcoin dips have not been affecting them like it did with all the other altcoins, but this one right now, I believe, is at a pretty good buy. I called it at 168 last time, and it went up to 200. But now I'm calling this, obviously I have to call it lower. If it's going lower than my anticipated low before, I think that this is, a really good buy. And anytime you can get in at a lower price to dollar cost average means you will have a higher gain later. And I'm not saying that even $168 was a bad call because we are pre-halving. So all of these prices now, after the Bitcoin halving and once Bitcoin really breaks all-time high again, these tokens are going to all be insanely high profit from where they are now. I'm going to call another one. Cardano is down a lot over the last 14 days and over the last 30 days, just like all the other coins that I've showed you today. And I think this one's going to have a really nice recovery. Once it breaks the 75-cent barrier that it's had, it's going to go up to, I'm guessing, about $1.30, $1.40, something like that. And I'm only calling a price on that because I've seen previous price action on this one, the previous bull market, and I know where it's been, and I know it's probably not going to recover to its previous all-time high. But I have some of this stuff, and I'm hoping it does recover way past it. But I'm not going to be holding it for the long haul like I did last time and ride it to the bottom. I'm going to definitely get my money back off of this, but it's definitely going to go over $1 again. It's just a matter of Bitcoin staying at all-time high and sustaining an all-time high price. Avalanche is way down right now for you guys. It's at almost 30% over the last 30 days. And I think that right now a rebuy on this for anyone who's been in this project would be great right now. Just because the project is already doing really well, and when all their games start releasing, it's going to be amazing for them. And you already saw where the prices have gone with this project. If you take a look, it's been up over $60, so it's almost over $20 of a gain from there just over the last, if you were to get in now and it went back. So we're going to get into another project, Demo. This one did really well up until the last 30 days. Again, take a look. It has a consistent story here, 34% over the last 30 days. And when this one runs, it runs hard. I mean, you can see, let's go back a little further, I guess. Hard run up. I mean, this is a crazy run up for them. But then they had another one, and then it dipped. And then a pretty decent one here, dip, and then up. And this, this is not good here, obviously. But that's why I'm saying it's a good buy, because we're here right at what looked like may be some support. And if it doesn't bounce here, then we got to wait for this. I'm not going to go pull up the trading view on this right now. I'm just giving you a rough estimate just based on what I can see right here. But yeah, I don't see this staying low for very long. And like I said, it runs pretty hard once it does start running again. So Honey Token for Hive Mapper, they actually have a new camera out that records day and night, so you can record the road and all that at any point if you want. Just so you know, this is another project that's like Google Maps, but they're decentralized, and you can own the camera and get paid in their Hive Mapper token, the Honey Token, as a reward. And they are down 42% over the last 30 days. So I would say this is beyond amazing if you believe in DePIN projects. I think this one's great, not just because I'm involved in it. The reason I'm involved in it is because of the premise. It's, keeping the GPS and visual data for local roads, or if you're trying to take a GPS trip on your phone somewhere and it's telling you where to go, and you want to see what the business looks like or something before you get there. Yeah, I know Google Street has that, but they don't update every week, every 7 days. They pay you every, if you were to remap the same road, it's the same payout every 7 days. So, you can literally make the same amount of Honey Tokens depending on it, where you drive every week, just based on your regular driving. And if you are somebody who does like DoorDash or something, man, you're in the money with this thing. Plus the bonus tokens that they give you to buy the thing pretty much pays for itself. All right, Vulcan Forge is a launch pad for games. This one is down huge today. Huge. Look at this, 45% over the last 30 days. Take a look at this project. Did do well in the last bull market, and we're way, way, way far away from its previous all-time high. So take a look at this project. I think this is another really good one. Next one, Seedify, another launch pad. This one is, not doing too well right now, but again, this is another one just like Vulcan Forge that I just showed you. That has an amazing all-time high that it's most likely going to blow through, because gaming in this bull run is going to be way bigger than gaming in the last bull run. The last bull run, gaming started taking off at the end, and it's unfortunate because that would have, this is something that you can like you know, as far as not this project specifically, this is the Launchpad 4 projects, but the projects that launch that are play to earn, you literally earn the in-game currency. So like a game like Alluvium, you go in and play that game, you can play to earn in-game currency, and it's you know, it's like CS:GO when they trade skins. You know, it's awesome. Next thing is Radium. This is also this is like a DEX launchpad for Solana, and they do swaps. And it was listed under launchpads, but I don't really believe this is a launchpad per se. I think it's more like a swap DEX. And right now they're, you know, not over the last 30 days are they down two, they're up, and this is one of the very few that actually ran during the last dip because it was a Solana project and the meme coins were going wild, and that's the only reason this is still up over the last 30 days. But in the last 2 weeks we've seen them have a decrease because of that Solana outage that I was telling you about. So I think this project though, that's a lot. That outage is going to get forgotten about really soon when things start popping off and people are making money off Solana, and like, oh, I want to get back in on that one. They should have never sold to begin with. But anyway, another one, Jupiter. It's another swap DEX under Solana, and I think this is another one that's going to go pretty insane. And it's down pretty much the same amount as Radium, and it's up pretty much the same amount as Radium over the last 30 days. So if you believe in either one of those projects, they literally performing relatively the same during this dip, and they performed the same in the last dip. So again, I think the outage, that'll be getting forgotten about, and all Solana projects are going to go insane again. Caspa, I mentioned this one at 11 cents in my original time posting for this one. And when I originally told you guys about this at 11 cents, it went up to like 14 or 15, look, yeah, 15 cents, almost 16 cents. So if you had bought when I told you to buy, you would have actually still even be up now and could have had some profits if you had bought a decent amount. All right, let's move on. Beam, this is in the territory of beyond a goodbye. Over the last, and just so you know, this project's way more than 30 days old. This is when CoinGecko started tracking it. CoinGecko doesn't always get tokens on their platform when they release, so you can't always go by this when you see this project is down, and it looks like it's down the whole time it's been released when it has not. This is, I've gotten in this way cheaper than this before it was showing up on CoinGecko. So I mean, I don't know why it's even showing that. Look, it's showing right here, even their all-time low is this. So don't pay attention to that because it doesn't cover that. So we can look at the last 3 months. There you go. So, you know, it's at a super good buy right now. This is another gaming platform that is going to do really well. It merged with Merit Circle, and like you see right here, if you want to go up on here and take a look, you can click on here and do more research on that. Mina Protocol, I mentioned this back, I think it was like almost $1 when I told you guys about this, and now look at it, it's at 84 cents, almost 85 cents. This is a data compression protocol pretty much. It's like trying to send data through an email that the file's too big, but you can compress it in a zip file, and that's pretty much what they do, is they compress data, and that's what their whole protocol is based off of. Miro, we're getting kind of into meme coin territory here, and the reason I like this one though, honestly, is because it has had a crazy run. Every time that this coin runs, it is wild. I mean, and it's still up from its all-time low, and if you go back to all-time highs on this thing, it's 40 cents, right? Let's see, 44 cents. So I think right now, if you were to buy this and it went, you can imagine what your profits would be like if it went back to all-time high and you put a decent amount of money into this. And I'm not recommending that you do because this isn't financial advice. None of this is financial advice, right? But what you do with my information is what you will, and I hope you make smart decisions with that information. Dog with that. This one went wild too, and since its release, it's still up. I mean, this is, look at this. So meme coins are going to be wild in this bull run. I think it's going to and literally they have no purpose. But people don't care about purpose with crypto when they, just want to make money. And pretty much what's happened now is that the people who don't know anything about crypto are like, wow, I want to see how much money I can make on these meme coins, because they don't know anything about the real projects that actually do stuff. And most people who are in this to make money don't really care about that either. They care about the narratives like this. Meme coins. They're funny. Nobody gives a shit about them really. They just want to make money. And they have low market caps most of the time. So when people dump a bunch of money into them, they fly like crazy. And now look at the market cap on this thing now. I mean, that's ridiculous, dude. This should not have a market cap like this. Next one, Dogecoin. Another prime example of a meme coin that shouldn't really have this high of a market cap. Now, they are basing some utility around this token. And I don't know if you could really classify it as a meme coin anymore, but it was started as a meme coin. And when it had its run up of real substance, when it went from sub penny to 60 cents or whatever the max was, 73 cents, after that it actually took on a utility. They started building around this thing. It's not really that special anyway, regardless of what they do with this project. It's kind of a joke, but I mean, there's literal ASIC miners for this project. So I mean, I don't know what's going on with the meme coin world and why people are so into it, but this literally serves no purpose. So same thing with SHIB. But they do have protocols around this one now. They actually started building way before Dogecoin as far as like real utility goes. Like they actually have SHIB swap and all that stuff. They have their own DEX. Like there's this has a lot going for it compared to what Doge actually has, in my opinion. This coin even has its own coin called Doge Killer. I think it's called Bone. Let me see. Maybe it's not Bone. But Bone is SHIB swap. There's man, I don't remember the other one. There's one that's called Doge Killer. Let me see if it's in here. Doge Killer. Boom. Yeah, it's in here. So it's like there's actual like coins dedicated just to killing Doge because they're competition. So I guess I could respect Shiba Inu for that a little bit. Let's see. BitTensor, and I'm listing this one now. I wanted to talk about this one for a while, but it was running like crazy, man. It would not have been worth it for me to tell you to buy it when I knew it needed some kind of correction, because it just literally wouldn't stop. So, now I think is a good time because it's been over $700. $757 at an all-time high. And I think at this point, this project, you have to do some research on this one, because I'm not even going to get into it right now because it's so amazing. It's a really, really good project. You guys need to do your own research. But when you see what this project's doing, you're going to be like, okay, yeah, he's right. I need to buy that. Clore AI. This one's still performing pretty well, in my honest opinion, and it really hasn't taken a beating during this dip. Let's see. Look what we got going on here. Don't sleep on this project. This one's going to be really big during the AI run. When Fetch AI's run starts happening, this one's going to go berserk because the market cap is completely shrunk compared to to dwarf. This thing is ready to go. So take a look at that one. I mentioned Illuvium before as a play to earn game because you can literally get this game for free and play it, and then you can earn in-game currency. But the in-game currency is Illuvium. And what you can do is buy packages for stuff in the game, and it inflates the price of this. And the more people play the game, the more this is going to go up. But obviously right now the market cap's getting smoked by people who trade this token, not just to earn it. So, but I think this token's going to have a crazy run, and it already had. I mean, I showed you guys this before, almost $2,000 max. So, even if it gets to $500, you're still in the money, and I think it's a good buy right now. Decentraland. This one's down a lot over the last 30 days, and I think, even this one had a decent all-time high. I think what was it, $5.85. So if this gets anywhere near that again, I think you can imagine what your pockets would look like if you invested now. Not financial advice. Matic is down quite a bit right now. For anybody who's taking calls from me on this, around 90 cents actually, would be smart of you to dollar cost average now, because this would get you at a lower buy price. And I think this one's going to run again. This one, it's had its times where it's down, but it, it's got a ways to go back to all-time high. And I think with what this provides to Ethereum, this is going to go beyond its all-time high. This could easily go up to like $2-3 in my honest opinion from here right now. And then I think that's where the all-time high is. I think once Bitcoin hits all-time highs again, you're going to see this run back up to like $1.50, $1.60, something like that. And then once Bitcoin starts to have its parabolic run, that's where you could see this hit $4, $5. Honest opinion, not financial advice. My last call for today is going to be Zeph. And when I originally was looking at this today, it was at $11 and change. When I started actually getting the video ready, and it's already spiked back up, 1.8%. So, I think this is an amazing project because it is one of the few projects that provides your anonymous on this website for spending money. Like, no one knows who the money's coming from or where the money's going based on transaction. It's kind of like Monero in that aspect, but this one is still young. It's like those, I tell you to find stuff early. Monero has run. This has not. And I could show you why. I could keep saying this to you, is that if you look at what the exchanges that this is on now, it's not on a lot of exchanges. It's on MEXC. It's not on a big exchange like Binance or Coinbase. And because of the type of token it is, it may never get to Coinbase. But I can easily see this getting on KuCoin or Binance, in the next few months, 6 months, something like that. If that happens in the middle of a bull market and you get in now, and this thing's already ran to over $50 in the pre-halving. So even if it returned to previous all-time high, again, imagine what your pockets look like. You guys have to understand. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, says, when others are fearful, be greedy, but when others are greedy, be fearful. What's happening right now, people are literally shitting their pants for whatever reason. We're pre-halving, and maybe the people are just taking a bunch of profits. I don't know. This could be ETF action. I'm not to take a look into that myself. I haven't actually looked into that yet. This could have just been a sell-off of ETFs. Who knows? But I will do an update and let you know as soon as I know, because that's kind of important information for you guys to know at this point. But yeah, we're back under $68,000. We're taking another dip, it looks like. Let's take a look at the 1 hour on TradingView. I'm going to zoom in on this and then I'll pull it up. We're pretty choppy. Actually, the candle's green. So let's see. I'm going to pull you guys up on TradingView, and we'll end the video with this too. But I mean, if you take a look, we're fighting candle red and green here. Right now we are on a green candle, but we're wicking down from $68,000. So I think right now we're safe though. Honestly, this is not a big deal. I think what's going to happen is we're gonna skyrocket from here. Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I think in the next 3-4 days you're gonna see a nice run back up to probably like $72,000, and like I'd say by next Friday, I'm just gonna call that. Like by next Friday, we'll probably be back at all-time high or surpassing. Because I believe this bull market's going to move faster than the last one, I don't think we're going to follow exactly to the last bull run and the previous bull run before that's structure. We're trending faster, higher in this run than we were in the last one. So I'll just stick to that thesis now and, base my sales on that as well. I think you guys really should do some evaluation on your selling strategy, like your profit taking strategy, because you don't want to be caught up at the end of the bull run holding a bag that you could have made a bunch of money on. This stuff's literally useless to you once it goes back to zero or wherever some of these go. You know, some of these coins will go from like $15 down to $1.60. You know, Render was one of those. It was literally 60 cents back in like October. And if you would have bought back then, you'd literally be in profits now by a lot. I mean, you could. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys roll. God bless all you. Take a look into some of these tokens I mentioned to you. You know, some of them are going to be great buys. Some of them may still take further dips. But I believe all the tokens that I gave you will eventually go back to their all-time highs or surpass them. So, except Illuvium. I can't guarantee you that happens. That would be wild. A $2,000 Illuvium from where it is now is highly unlikely in my honest opinion. So I should redact that statement. But yes, for the rest of them, you know, like Cardano, even everybody who shit talks Cardano, I think that will even hit all-time highs again. But like I said earlier in my video, it's possible that it doesn't. But I'm hopeful that it will. But anyway, have a great day, guys, and enjoy.